Yes, hi, and welcome to the 29th episode of Matka Chai from the Finer Side. The Finer Side is an art gurukul in Bangalore, South Bangalore, near Vajiralli. And since the pandemic hit, we are trying to be online, talking to different people from different walks of life. We did a series with artists, we did a series with environmentalists, and now we are now looking at people who have done uh, different things through their passion. At the end of it, it's an art. What We have Usha Hegde, Dr. Usha Hegde here. Welcome to the Finer Side. Welcome to the Matka Chai series.
Thank you, Prithvi. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yes. So the Finer Side. These online series that we started was not to see how many people join when we are talking, but it's more to document and leave it so that people can watch whenever they have time. I mean, considering today's availability of OTT and content, there is so much available that you can't really decide which one to watch. So we thought, okay, we will not look at the left side of the counter of numbers coming in, but yes, make sure that the content is there.
Happy
So,
to be speaking one on one also. That's fine.
yeah, happy. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's been so long when we don't get to talk to people. Today it's like strange. But I'm sure that now with all the second wave gone and schools and colleges opening up, sorry. Also, you being in the medical field, I'm sure that you have always been working. You've
Yeah.
been on call, you've been going and things that. So more for us, it is more nice to meet people. For you, you've always been meeting people. That is always part of your profession itself that comes by. We will figure out who's there, who's not there when they start commenting. So the comments will tell us who's watching us and who's not watching and who's listening to us. So, uh, two, three things. I do believe that today, what you are, largely there is a shade of our childhood in whatever we are doing today. So, let's go back, flashback to your childhood. Tell us about your childhood, what you did, uh, what different activities you were involved, which probably is helping you today. Listening to you.
Okay. So basically, I was born, brought up in Bangalore. I studied my schooling and my PUC in Bangalore. Then I moved to Mysore for my professional degree. So I come from a large family. We have five siblings. So that itself was like survival of the, I won't say fittest, the best. So probably that taught us to push ourselves and get better and give our best in everything. There was a lot of sibling competitions and very close siblings, in the sense matter of 1.5 years or 1 year difference. That's it between the siblings. So the upbringing was very very humble upbringing. My father hails from a village near Davangere, so he was one of the first to move into the city, and so he had to support his brothers and other people from the village. So we were living in a very small house with extended family and their children and stuff. So it sort of taught us to be very grounded um, and it was just meeting end to end. It was and me being the fourth one, a lot of things were passed on from my sisters. I have three older sisters and a younger brother, so I had a lot of things that were used and passed on to me. So that was my biggest protest with my mom always. Apart from that, school, it was a very humble school again, a government school. Both my middle school and the higher high school was all in government schools. But then I should say that even in government schools, I had excellent teachers, and they shaped me really well. And always in, even though it was a small school, I was very competitive. By nature, I was very competitive. I wanted to excel. I wanted to participate in everything that happened in school. And sports was something that was always dear, and I always participated in sports. always took part in whatever events. It could gymnastics to yoga to athletics or whatever happened in school. So, and as I said, I was quite competitive even in study wise. I had these ambitions that I have to reach, have to be there. So it was sort of, I should say, inborn. I don't know. I was like that as a child, and moved on to school and did well. Got into my professional course. Moved to Mysore to do my dentistry. I did my undergraduate bachelor of dentistry at Jesus Dental College in Mysore. So at Mysore, it was a quite a different life because first time I got the wings and freedom to be on my own. I was in a hostel and met a lot of people, had a lot of friends. So, but again, sports took the main stream. Apart from studies, it used to always be sports. Sports, studies, friends. So the life revolved around these three. And I was lucky to have good friends throughout, including Prithvi, who I met during my PU days. So that has helped
Yeah.
me shape well, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I
about.
remember. I remember coming to Kantirava Stadium to see you run. Uh, I remember my visits to JSS in Mysore to, meet you. Yeah, it's a nice journey to have. Yeah, but I understand that with so many siblings and wanting to achieve, wanting to do, I think that was a big drive for you. That was a major drive saying that yes, each one is doing their thing, let me do my bit and let me excel in what I'm doing. I think that is an inspiration for all of us. Not everybody would take that. While the protest, yes, I also understand the second third sibling always will have a hands down service happening through and through. Yeah. uh,
And I should mention because I was the fourth girl child in the family, and after me was my brother. So I keep telling my parents, I think I was the most unwanted child in the house, you know. Nothing was like, "Mercy, oh, one more girl child." They wanted a boy very badly, and that's how I came along. So, but they never made me feel that it was competitive. Or it's rather, I think it was just inborn in me, Prithvi, just to excel in whatever I do, and I would strive hard for it.
Yeah, and I still remember your name was Usha Chikappa, and
Yes.
yeah, and it's nice to remember because we've gone trekking, and just for those listeners who are there, we have had the pleasure of trekking and amazing time in terms of the nature. You've always been an outdoor person,
Yeah.
as far as what I
Yes.
have known. Getting stuck into a medical field which is completely indoor.
Yeah, I'm very much an outdoor person.
Yeah, so getting stuck inside into a room, doing your entire life is going into students. Yeah, I'm sure that you enjoy that part of sharing your information with students, working with them, all those things. So, uh, post college, post JSS, did you get into work or did you have a thought of coming back to Bangalore?
Well, during my undergrad dates, graduation, I met my to be husband. He was my boyfriend then. So, and for me to get married to him, he was still studying. He was doing his MBBS and he had finished. He was senior to me. So I had to, sort of give him time to settle down, and I couldn't say anything at home. Also, there were pressures at home. So my next thing was I have to do my masters. So I have to keep studying and keep myself engaged so that I don't give my parents a chance to just get me
Get you
hooked up
married?
with something. Yeah. And also wanted to do my masters. So I really used the time, 6 months of my time post my undergraduation to study hard. And I'm happy to share that I got in through the Karnataka state merit list. So I went to Dharwad for my masters after that.
Okay. So from Mysore to Dharwad, and how long in Dharwad? 2 years.
Dharwad was 2.5 years of my post
Two and a half.
graduation studies. Yeah.
And what did you master in? Dentistry.
Dentistry after you finish your undergrad, it's like your basics of everything in dentistry you learn, and then you have 9 different specialties. So you choose to specialize in any one. Like people specialize in cavity cutting and fillings. People can specialize in gum health. Then you have this orthodontic treatment for crooked teeth. And I have specialized in pathology, which is more of lab oriented. All of us know what a pathology lab does. So it's more of investigations and diagnosis. So that's what I have specialized in.
And you're the head of the department of JSS Medical College, pathology and microbiology, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So how is it?
Yes, that's
How?
right.
Okay, wonderful support system to your husband in terms of giving him the time to finish what he wants and make sure that you're there, which is wonderful. I think which is a very good trait, I should say. And then, uh, when did this athletics come back to you?
It's never left me, Prithvi. It's because even when I was pursuing my undergrad or postgrad, I used to spend most of my evenings either playing table tennis or outdoor, any one of the activities I used to do. And at JSS and Dharwad, I was the best athlete, awarded the best athlete at both the places. So it was not big, but it was at a college level I would manage. I used to always be a sports person.
Nice, nice, nice. Um, there's so much that you have done in terms of running and cycling and triathlon, which you talk about. What is triathlon? Can you just tell us a little so that
Okay,
we all
so
can?
triathlon is basically three sports. Tri is three, right? So three sports you put in together as one sport. You compete it in all three different legs, and together it forms one sport. So you start out with the swim. There's a particular order in which you do this triathlon. So it's always a swim which happens first, followed by cycling, and you end it with run. So that's a triathlon event. And in this triathlon event, you have different distances, very short distances to the biggest distance, which is Ironman distance. So the shortest one is called the sprint. So in terms of your distance in swim, cycle, as well as run, all the distances are very small in a sprint, whereas in an Ironman, it's the biggest.
So this happens in all the countries.
Yeah, it does. And it is an Indian national sport too. We have a national federation, triathlon federation.
Okay. And you've competed in all here and then gone to other places, or how does that work? You can go anywhere you want.
You can. I mean, if you want to be in a competitive level, it's altogether a different ball game. You have to perform really well.
Huh.
I started my journey in triathlon very late. I think at 45 or so.
Wow.
So, yeah, I used to be basically a runner. So I picked up cycling and learned swimming from the scratch. So triathlon sport is relatively fresh to me. Probably 5, 6 years old. That's it. So I've graduated from a sprint level to the next. You have 2, 3 different levels, and managed to complete my Ironman distance in 2019.
Wonderful, wonderful. We have a small video for you and for those who are watching. Let's just play that.
Okay.
Wonderful. It's lovely seeing all those
Thank you
images
for that.
itself in terms of so much travel, so much of things to do, and I think technology and new development also has helped. I saw a picture where you have packed the cycle in a suitcase.
Yeah.
It's it was strapped inside a. So there's so much that's advancement which is helping a lot of athletics, lot of thing. Every time that you plan to do a event or participate in one, what is the back end number of years or number of months of training that you require?
Okay, so usually for any running events, I have a solid 4 month training plan. I for my running coaching, a friend of mine, he's based in Bangalore. He helps me out, and for my triathlon, I train under a coach called Deepak Raj. He's a head coach of an online platform called Yoska, and I
We
also
saw a
work as
picture
an
of that. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
work as an assistant coach there under Yoska too. So the head coach coaches me for my triathlon events. So basically, for any running event, it's 4 months of training, a planned training. If it's a triathlon, it depends. If it is for an Ironman, it takes about 6 months. If it's a shorter distance, even 3 to 4 months is sufficient. But then that's the training program for an event. But the rest of the time, you are doing your stuff,
Running.
trying to,
Yeah, yeah.
running, cycling, and swimming, trying to improve in each leg. You can't just stop doing.
So how much of diet
You have to be at it.
plays a role in this? How much of food and diet plays a large role in this?
Um, you, we all know you are what you eat, they say. So, food definitely plays a very, very vital role. Having said that, I don't follow any fancy food fads that have come up. I stick to the basic food what I've been used to as a child and growing up years. But I do take some supplements of that are needed, especially now with aging. So I take some of vitamin supplements and other supplements that are required, some protein supplements to add to my diet. Otherwise, I follow a basic tindi, idli, dose diet and afternoon uta, anna, sambar, night chapati, palya, non-veg food. And in between, I feel very hungry. So I'm a hungry person. So I eat chota mota snacks, some palya or some kosambi at
Small
11
meals.
o'clock and in the evenings. So yeah, small eats are there. Yeah.
Small hits, yeah. So it's important because I think that is where your strength comes in, and that's where you are
Yeah,
able
I
to
think here
sustain.
the
Yeah.
childhood plays a very important role, Prithvi, because we never had junk food as kids. Nothing was
Yes.
given to us as kids. And somehow I never developed the habit of eating any fried or lot of sweets. Even now, I would prefer a paisa or a whole gave over a pastry or, some
Yeah. Yeah.
mousse and stuff like that. So basically, home cooked food is what I prefer.
So keeping it simple works largely for
Yes, definitely.
not necessarily going on a special diet or picking supplements too much, but
Okay, but you
balancing
need
it.
to add supplements. Definitely, you need to add because the kind of workouts that we do is endurance activities which need supplements. So add on the supplements, but the basic food could be what makes you happy.
Nice. In terms of family, that very important part of what you are, and work is fine. Work is part of it. Since you said your husband is also a medical person, so I'm sure the whole family knows the routines and how you're on call, you're there, especially children. Uh, I have seen some pictures where you have your children also along with you when you're running or cycling, and so this is something which uh, assists you in terms of knowing that yes, they're around, comfortable with me. Um, because if you're heading out to, let's say,
Yeah, okay,
Australia,
first of all, I want to clarify I'm not that busy person.
uh,
Okay, I'm not that on call, very busy person. I teach, my work is like from 9 to 4. I work in a college. I head a department in the college. So I try to finish my work between those hours. I don't carry work home. So after 4, and I don't practice, I don't have a private practice. I opted out of it because my husband's an orthopedic surgeon. He's extremely busy. And probably that's why I got into these kind of activities,
So you can support the
to keep
system at home.
myself
Yeah.
engaged. And I started it late also because earlier I was very busy. Yeah, busy with kids, and the whole responsibility of taking care of them was on me. So once they grew up, they didn't need me. Then I took sporting events more seriously.
Yeah.
So, and I was very particular that they have to be in sports. So both my sons, I have two sons, a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old son. My oldest son is pursuing his MBBS he's in second year. My younger one is in second PUC. So I was always very particular that they have to play sports. So since the age of 5 or 8 years, I've been taking them for cricket, swimming, whatever. They are outdoor person too. They are fitness freaks at home.
Yeah, good, good. So it helps, no? It helps to have the whole family run with you and work out with you. Much
It
more
also takes away the guilt that you're leaving them behind and you're not with them,
correct. I,
So
I was trying to figure out how to say that part of it,
no,
but
it does.
yes,
Because no matter how much time you give, how much you do, Prithvi, I don't know it's with the women or it's with me, we end up feeling guilty the moment you are trying to do something for yourself, and you at the back of the mind it's always there. I could have spent time with my children or done something for them. So that way you involve them also, you're happier.
yeah, no, that's a parent instinct. It's a very, very honest parent instinct because post some years of being there, you want to make sure that you're there for them for whatever you can. And when you get busy doing something that you want, there is always this feeling saying, "Oh my God, I could have spent this time there." No, and this largely being a woman, I've seen a lot of women who prioritize children over something that they could have done, which is hats
But
off. I mean,
I've never given up my
yeah, yeah. No, no,
aspirations or
but
passions.
you but you paused, right? You took your time to make sure that that concentration was there, and after 45 you started
Yeah,
getting into
that's right.
competitive stuff.
Yeah.
So which shows that yes, there is this also, and there is your own dreams and your own things that you want to pursue, which is definitely a good support system for from them also, which is there. So what happens when you travel out, and there is, you're in a college, so do you get that much days off the time? How do you manage that?
Yeah, we have like enough number of leaves. You have these earned leaves and casual leaves and stuff. So you just need to plan. And I generally pick up any two events in a year, major events. I don't travel much to run a marathon outside Mysore, or only if I have some targets I go about doing stuff. Otherwise, I try to stick doing things in and around Mysore. Earlier, I used to go out on treks, but then I realized it was taking away a lot of time away from home, and I wasn't happy doing it. So that's when I think there was a shift from the trekking to, I thought, okay, let me do something in Mysore itself. So that's how I got into endurance sports. Basically, I have to keep myself active. So why not do something here rather than go out and try to achieve
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. So since you spoke about Mysore, and probably you're the first guest from Mysore, so let's talk a little bit about Mysore. From the time you went for your college to now, how's the change of Mysore been?
Definitely a lot of change in terms of weather, traffic, people, malls. There were no malls, there were no PVRs, Inox back then. Lot many cars, but it's still a retired person's paradise, say. Life starts only after 10 o'clock, shuts down little early. By 8:39 people are home, except probably the youngsters who want to hang out. So that way the basic culture is very much the same, but the city has grown a lot.
Yeah, but you still have those wonderful green spaces that you can run to.
True, true. Yes, you have.
Compared to Bangalore, where you're somewhere in between a suburb, and if you have to go out to even see a lake, you have to travel some
Yeah,
30-40 kilometers. But I'm sure that there are so many places
true, true.
uh,
That way we used to go
at
in Mysore too,
accessible
twice a city.
at accessible distance in Mysore. And uh, I have also seen a lot of enthusiasts and people in Mysore or
Hmm.
around who are into running, cycling,
Hmm.
all these things. I think the
Hmm.
nature around also initiates you to do something.
Hmm.
I don't know. This is my thought. You should tell me.
No, I would say even in Bangalore you have lot many people who are doing all these crazy things, and I really appreciate those people in Bangalore who are doing it because it's very hard even to get out. You can't run on the road. If I have to run, I just start from home and just go finish my run and come back. I don't have to reach some spot to start my run. But in Bangalore you
Yeah.
can't do that. So I really hats off to the Bangalore guys who do it. Mysore, that way it's much easier and it's nicer to do in Mysore.
Yeah, I agree to that because I also have a couple of friends who I follow on Strava, and they
Hmm.
actually travel from home to some place where there's greenery
Yes.
and then run around and then they head back home. Um Crazy. I mean, it's not that you can
Yes.
just run outside your house. So yeah, this is the challenge.
Exactly.
And Bangalore, I think the traffic starts at about 5:30. There are people on the
True.
road, um, and you're scared to cycle. You're scared to run because you don't know who will push you out. So
Yes.
we have seen that happen here very much, definitely.
Hmm.
And yes, this is as a activity, it is increased so much around. I think I should say that that's a nice thing one way. uh,
Hmm.
uh, how much did the pandemic help this activity? Because this is something which you can do alone. You don't need people around you. uh, During the pandemic, when these lockdowns were there, how did you manage? Were you able to run? Were you able to cycle?
Okay. When the pandemic hit us for the first time, it was pretty strict. The lockdown was very strict. We couldn't step out of the house. So, but I have for my biking, I have an indoor trainer, so I can put my bike onto that trainer and I can do it. And I have a sort of mini gym at home, weights, because my sons, my husband, all of us work from home. So we used to manage with that. And I did one crazy stuff like running inside my room. 10 kilometers I've done inside my room, just,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So how many hours did
Yeah.
it take?
It took me around 1 hour, I think 1 hour, 5
Oh,
minutes. Yeah.
wasn't your head spinning?
No, not really. Actually, it was nice because I had music and it was comfortable. Yeah.
Nice. So if you have to
So
run, you will run
you
wherever
will
and
run.
whatever
Yes.
lockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and Chamundi Hill also seems to be
Hmm.
one of the favorite spots for people to run. And um, any particular
Run and
reason?
cycle.
Any particular
You
reason?
definitely, because you get this inclination and your training is better when you can train at a different altitude, at a higher altitude. And it's so close to the city, so we are blessed to do our uphill training on the hill.
Yeah.
The
There
roads
are.
are excellent, weather is excellent. So,
Um, I thought let me just show you and the rest what the finer side is with a small
mhm.
break. So if you want to get something to drink, you can take a break.
Okay.
Just 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
wonderful to see this venue come alive. The sound was great, acoustics were great. Thanks a lot to the Finer Side.
I mean, what can I say about this place? It's such an inspiration for all artists like me, and I feel like coming and again and performing here.
Great place, great vibe, great people. ಈ ಜಾಗ ಈ ಥರ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಆಶಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಬಹಳ ದಿನಗಳಾದಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಜಾಗದ ಹೆಸರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ದಿ ಫೈನರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ತುಂಬ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
This beautiful auditorium, it's very inspiring to see how it has been designed for the sake of arts.
ಚಿತ್ರ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಕಟ್ಟು ಬಂಗಾರ ಬಣ್ಣದ ರೂಪ ಚಿನ್ನ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಸೇರ್ಕಂಡಾಗೆ ತನ್ನಂಗೆ ರೂಪ
बहता है मन कहीं कहाँ जानती नहीं बहता है मन कहीं यूं ही बरस बरस काली घटा बरसे हम यार भीग जाए इस चाहत की बारिश में रिम झिम गिरे सावन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी लगन.
Hi everyone, it was a lovely music evening and I thoroughly enjoyed and I am looking forward for many such lovely programs. Thanks to TFS and I'm hoping to be coming here again and again.
It's wonderful, Prithvi. Congratulations.
Yeah. So it's a nice open space with about 350-seater auditorium, and we have do give it out for other functions while we are promoting arts, do music, theater, dance, lot of things. Luckily, November to March saw almost about 1,500 people in that place, like 200 at every time. People coming in, attending with social distance, masks, everything. And it's very encouraging that people are there. People want entertainment also.
Yeah.
You know, so coincidentally, just about time when we were watching it, we have a friend from Mysore who's joined us, who's not in Mysore, but who belongs to your category of come on, let's get up and run. I'm just adding him. Hi, Kiran.
Hey, hi, Usha.
Hi, good to see you.
Hey, thanks.
For us, Kiran is family, and he's a major inspiration for all of us. Rather, I should say the
for
other
all
way
of
around.
us too, Prithvi.
We get scoldings because can you see him run and you're sitting at home and you're not getting up and going out. Yeah. Kiran, please tell us about your running with Usha, if in case you've run together. And
Yeah, okay. I know Dr. Usha for the past probably 3-4 years. Okay. So we started, my first run with her was running to the Chamundi Hill. Now we ran first around 27 to 32 kilometers, I think. That was the first run what me and Usha ran together. After that, I think she went to Perth, right? She went to Perth for triathlete. Now, following her, I wanted to become a triathlete, but because of my swimming skills, I could not do it, where I am not a very good swimmer. So, she has motivated me, especially for cycling and running, both. Swimming, I'm not basically a good swimmer, so I did not attempt for the triathlete. But till even today, when I go to Mysore, I keep messaging her and asking, okay, you're going to come for a run sometimes. Yes. Sir, when I come on Friday, Saturdays, I keep asking her, do you want to come? Yes. I've been seeing, how did it go, Usha, today? I think you are the ambassador of Mysore Marathon today.
Yeah. I didn't run, Kiran. I just enjoyed the crowd and just being around people today. I didn't run.
Oh, very nice.
Today you were the
Very nice.
star. You were the star
I was
attraction.
I was just the ambassador for the event, and I just wanted to meet people and be around there. It was a good turnout. There were around 1,200 registrations, so a lot of people had traveled from Bangalore to participate today. It was a very nice event, and luckily there were no rains when the event started. The event went on well.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, Kiran, do you have any inspirational stories about her that you have heard or seen before you started? Because Mysoreans, not every. I'm sure she's a very popular Mysorean. So, anything that you can remember, tell us.
He was running
Uh,
even before I ran, and he was more of an inspiration to me than me being an inspiration to him. I'll tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the other way around. Fine. So, yes.
yeah,
So, Kiran, how
we
do you
shared,
enjoy your runs?
Prithvi, we shared our experience when I did the Ladakh run before meeting Dr. Usha. Then I came to know through one of my common friend, Dr. Usha became my friend. Then that relationship developed for running actually.
Nice, nice. Very interesting. So, this is an industry where each one inspires the other.
Yeah.
In different areas that you run, the terrains that you run, the climate that you run it. I understand when he said Ladakh running, I'm sure it's a huge challenge. Not like from oxygen to everything. That's a different levels there. Yep. Thanks, Kiran. Thanks for in your schedule coming in. Are you in Mysore or are you in Muscat?
I am currently in Muscat. I'll be coming to Mysore probably this month and I'll be there for 2 days.
Good.
And Kiran,
Hope to see
you
you.
can learn swimming. Don't give up on that. You can become a triathlete.
Yeah,
Thanks, Usha.
actually, actually, I wanted to tell Kiran, I have been a swimming coach sometime in my life. So, if in case you really want, I will teach you swimming. It's not very difficult. Uh, it's only that need to jump into the pool.
No. I won't say it's not very difficult. It is difficult because even now, no, there are so many things I keep refining myself.
Yeah,
It's harder as an adult to learn swimming for sure. It's very technical, but you will get there. And you have that focus, Kiran, so I'm sure you can do it.
yeah. So I'm sure we will wish Kiran that one day we will also see you do the triathlon. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for spending time. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you. Thanks, Usha. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Kiran. Yeah, well, I'll see you in Mysore soon.
Well, that's nice. Nice to meet people, bring in people who probably have shared space and hear them. Yeah. So now coming almost towards the other end of this journey, uh, there are a lot of youngsters who we want to message from you in terms of uh, today it's all about instant gratification. Today, if you get into something, you need the result. So if you want something, wonderful. I need something. Meanwhile, there's okay. Let me finish that. So this instant gratification also can become a downer when you don't get something. So, have you met people who you had to push, saying that it's okay, don't leave, continue? Have you had situations where, or for your own self, that yeah, I'm not able to do this, should I just let go of it? Has it ever been there?
Yeah, I had a major fall in 2012, Prithvi, and I just started cycling. And those days, it was just for fun with kids. I don't know how I fell. Don't ask me. I fell from a bike and broke both my hands. So, and it was quite a pretty bad one. So after that, there was lot of, you know, struggles from within as well as from family around. They used to be really scared whenever I used to take my bike out and go and come back. But then I it was in me that I have to get this fear and I have to, get back to my cycling. And so from 14, 2013 or 14, I forget. So from there, the journey has been really, I think you have to give yourself time. Initial reaction is a downer. Definitely, you are scared, you don't want to do this, you're frustrated. But give yourself some time. Time will heal everything. And at the same time, I think you should have that resolve not to give up.
Yeah,
Keep at it. Yeah,
true. Keep at it. Uh,
keep at it.
Today, any field, I'm not talking about running now, I'm not talking about this. It could be theater, music, and uh, the technology has gone to an extent where I can do an audition here and somebody in Mumbai can be watching it. While earlier, when you're a performer or an artist, you had to travel there, meet the person in front, find time to even show them what talents you had. Today, that part is taken care of. But if I don't get something, there are a lot of youngsters who say, okay, this is maybe not my cup of tea, let me jump to something else. There are options there. You know, uh, for you to reach where you have reached, it's taken a long time. And as you
Yes.
said, some parts of it has been helped by the childhood. So, could be for your children, could be for other children. I'm sure that you can tell them why and how to pursue something that they're good at, probably.
Okay. So I'll just mention an example of one of my students. Um, he's in first year and he's lost 4 or 5 years of his education just getting stuck in first year. So and every year he would never turn up to classes, and never had could put up the attendance, nor turn up on the exam days. And his father would always come to me after the exams is over, which I couldn't do anything much. But some of this time he came before the exam just to meet and ask how he was doing. And that's when I took it up as a challenge, and I told him to send him to me every day. So every day, personally, 2 hours I've spent with this child. And last week I saw that he cleared. And it's just that motivation, and you need to tell that person you can do it, you get there. Even though he'd lost so many years, he took it seriously. And I kept motivating, kept giving him assignments. He used to come back, and then I could see that he was improving. So that positive feedback really helped him. And he started coming, and I can really see a lot of change in him. So I think somewhere friends, teachers, family need to do this. Try and keep a very positive outlook and not get them demotivated. At the same time, it's very hard, as you said. We are scared of kids many a times. You say something, you don't know what they'll do. Their psyche is such that you just don't understand. So you're very scared to even be harsh on them. The present generation, you need to handle it more gently and more persistently with a lot of patience, I feel.
Yeah, very true, very true. So we have Arpana Nikhil who has a question.
Ah, okay.
You know her?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Coincidentally, she's also worked with me in DI events donkeys years ago.
Okay.
What's your why for being in endurance sport, being a triathlete? And when's Ultraman happening? No, what's Ultraman?
Ultra is a 3-day event with a triathlon again, which is like double, triple the distance of an Ironman. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All the best. Hopefully, you will get that also. I'm sure you'll
I
crack that.
just mentioned it to her that I want to do that, so that's why she's asking me.
So, what's your
I
why for being in endurance sport?
Okay. So why would be, yeah, one thing is, as I said, I was very much into trekking, but then that took me away from home. So I started doing something in Mysore, around Mysore, around home. And I never started out to be an endurance athlete. I started with the 5 kilometers run. So once I could do that, I wanted to achieve the next 10, 6 kilometers. So it was a very progressive one for me. It was never like I want to be an endurance athlete, I want to do this. It's always been one at a time, and once I could achieve that goal, the next goal set in. So that's how it's been. And now that I've been there, it's very hard to stop. I think the adrenaline rush or whatever it gives, it's too good to stop.
I think it's like tasting blood, no? So you want next one more level. You keep going
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
it is. And
yeah.
the journey
It's
has been
like
very good for me. So
yeah,
that is one more factor which pushes me to keep going.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Arpana, hope you got your answer. And if you have anything else, if you want to come up here and talk to her, you're welcome. Yes. Anything else that you want to tell us about Usha? Plans, dreams, what you have, what you want to do.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. My okay, my biggest dream I do have is totally hatke from all this. I want to sing just for myself, not on a stage, not anywhere. And right now, I can't even sing one line, Prithvi. It's very hard for me to even remember or sing a line. So somewhere down the line, I have plans to learn and able to sing a song.
So good. Let me see how I can help you in
Music.
that
I
area.
enjoy music a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have a lot of musicians who come and sing. And no, the girl, one of the girls who was singing was an architect. She never got
Okay.
on stage, and she came on stage and started singing. And it's only the first time you have that fear of audience. After that, you're a pro. Now she's
No, it's
recording.
not
Now
the
she's
fear of audience. I can't sing. I can just send people out of the room if I start singing.
That's okay. I do that. That's my role. When I start singing, people should go out. But yeah, I'm sure you have a better voice, and I'm sure it'll be good. Let's wish you all the best that you would sing for whoever you want to sing. Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
nice. I want to play back what we had played on your video because there are different people just to show. I saw somewhere that you also did Mysore to Goa.
Cycling. We did a cycling trip.
Like, I'll just reduce the audio of this. So see, with children, I see Vinayak Joshi also giving some prize. Yeah, this is the Yoska you were mentioning.
Yeah, that's the Tonur event, swimming event that happened. It's a Chamundi challenge. I picked.
This is Australia.
Yeah, this is Australia.
So that's a proud moment to hold the flag.
Yeah, yeah, very.
And were there a lot more Indians there to support, help when you
And
were there?
see, basically, this triathlon event is a self-supported event. You start your swim, you finish your swim, you have a transition area which you change into your cycling gear and stuff. You pick up your bike, finish your bike, come back, park it, and you start running. So everything is a self-supported one. Even if you have any hiccups in your bike puncture, you have to fix it yourself. So that way you train yourself. And the hardest part was trying to learn fixing the puncture for me during my practice sessions. Yeah. um, but there are a lot of people who keep cheering you, especially for the run. Cycling, since it's a very long course, you don't see, there are quite lonely roads too, but very
Terrains, yeah.
well
Stretches, yeah.
traffic manned roads. And yeah, so it's very safe that way. Very well organized event. Basically, the Ironman rules itself are so stringent that it's a very enjoyable event, to do.
Yeah, nice, nice, nice. Good. So we have Anand saying very inspiring. So yeah, not many people are very generous with their comments. Thank you for all those who have put their comments and questions. Yeah. So good. Thank you so much. It's almost about a good amount of an hour we have spent talking to you. Um, while we talk about this, we did talk about a little bit about pandemic also. Um, there are people who have lost hope during the pandemic in terms of their professions, in terms of their careers, in terms. Any few words to them?
Yeah, there are a lot of my own friends who are in this business field. They've really struggled, and it's been a very hard time. But luckily for me, I have been in an institution, a salaried institution, and nothing much has changed. So, but my friends have, now that things have opened up, they're coming back with more vigor, more enthusiasm, more hard work. So it has been rough, but they're getting over it. So I'm
Yeah.
sure they will be fine after a while.
Yeah. The whole idea of talking to people like you is to make sure that we are all with full of vigor and vim and saying that yes, if she can do it, we can do it. Let's do it.
Yes.
That's the idea. That's the whole thing. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for coming, spending time, talking to us, talking to our friends who are here. I'll thank Kiran for joining us and sharing his views. Hope to see you soon. Hope to probably, I won't say that I'll join you for a run because you will be far ahead. I'll still be jogging behind probably. But yeah, someday, somewhere, we shall meet up. Thank you from the finest side for being part of the Matka Chai series. Look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks for having me over, Prithvi. It was really nice doing the show.
Thanks to all those who have been part of this, who have watched. I think I have some more time, so I will play the video once again of the final side, which you can also watch. This used to be a primary school, which we have converted to a art gurukul now.
Okay.
Wonderful to see this venue come alive. The sound was great, acoustics were great. Thanks a lot to the finer side.
I mean, what can I say about this place? It's such an inspiration for all artists like me, and I feel like coming and again and performing here.
Great place, great vibe, great people. ಈ ಜಾಗ ಈ ಥರ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬೆಳೀಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಆಶಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಬಹಳ ದಿನಗಳಾದಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಜಾಗದ ಹೆಸರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ದಿ ಫೈನರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ತುಂಬ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
This beautiful auditorium, it's very inspiring to see how it has been designed for the sake of arts.
ಚಿತ್ರ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಕಟ್ಟು ಬಂಗಾರ ಬಣ್ಣದ ರೂಪ ಚಿನ್ನ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗೆ ತನ್ನಂಗೆ
बहता है मन कहीं कहाँ जानती नहीं बहता है मन कहीं
So this girl is the architect.
Okay.
रिमझिम गिरे सावन सुलग
Hi everyone. It was a lovely music evening and I thoroughly enjoyed and I'm looking forward for many such lovely programs. Thanks to TFS and I'm hoping to be coming here again and again.
Nice, nice. Thank you, everyone. So I think I
Can I
unleashed the
just
devil.
take a
Yeah,
moment? I
yeah,
just want to tell, especially the women viewers, it is very hard being a woman and trying to manage multiple aspects. I have also faced the struggles which is within us, but don't give up your passion. Um, Eventually, the people around you will understand and they will give in to you also. So be at it. Don't ever, let go and then don't be unhappy yourself.
absolutely. Wonderful message. I think
Yeah.
that's really required. And I think I unleashed the devil. And here Arpana is saying, you can join us here, Prithvi. So now I have to start running with her. Yeah. Yeah, Arpana, I'll do something. I'll probably cycle and come, and then we will see what we else we can do. Yeah. Done, done, done. Well, thank you so much, Usha. Thank you for being part of this show. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye, Prithvi.